So, how do I then share, not just tell, but how do I share gratitude? More than just telling a story to someone, how do I share gratitude? Well, the first thing we have to do is get ourselves into a mindset of gratitude. We have to recognize what's going on in ourselves. Now, whether I am doing this at home, whether I'm doing this in the car, or I'm getting ready to meet someone, just a short kind of check in with yourself to pay attention to what's going on inside you often clears the way for sharing gratitude with others. For instance, if I'm really upset, or I'm really nervous, or I'm really anxious, or I'm really scared, or I'm really hungry, I'm really tired, I'm lonely, I'm angry, a whole host of things other than grateful, those strong emotions, if I'm not paying attention to them, are going to block the way. They're going to block communication. They're going to interfere. My own needs aren't being met. One of our biggest needs we have is for someone to notice us and to pay attention to us. So, as you get ready to share gratitude with other people, one of the first steps that I always build into the process is recognizing with a sense of radical acceptance exactly what's going on in me. So if I were to do that right now, even as I'm telling this story, I would stop for a second and I would go, okay, so how am I feeling right now? I'm feeling a little bit nervous about making gratitude videos. I'm feeling a little bit excited and honored and privileged about the chance to pass this on. I have a sense that I might be trying too hard to share all this. If I pay attention to my body, I find that I'm a little bit tired right now. My feet are a tiny bit cold. It's June in New England and it ought to be warm outside, but it's not so warm. It doesn't help that I'm wearing sandals. So these are the things that are starting to go on in me. They're the little wheels that are spinning around in my own head that keep me from seeing others. So one of the first things that I want to do when I get ready to share appreciation with others is first recognize what's going on in me. The next factor to take into account if I want to really share appreciation with those around me is I need to take a deep dive into that appreciation myself. I need to experience the very appreciation that I'm going to share. If you think for a second, if you're getting ready to write a letter to someone, or give someone a call, or just speak a word of something you appreciate about them, it is so helpful to just take the time after you've checked in with yourself and recognize what's going on, is to make a connection with a moment in time or an experience with that person or with an experience of appreciation. You see, our brains do not store our memories like movies. You can't, go through the files and pick out a DVD of I want to watch what happened on Tuesday, August 20th at 4 p.m. In reality, our brains have a number of tracks. There's sound, if you think about it. There's smell. There's the physical sensations of what we're going on. There's what's going on, what kind of thoughts we're processing and thinking as we go through an experience. Then there's an emotional track. Now, whenever we have an experience, all those little experiences are stored around in different disconnected regions of our brain. The way we tie those together is by taking the time to think through and to recall, to recollect, to remember the story that happened. And we need to touch each one of those points. So when I think about a moment of appreciation that I want to share with someone, I think through the following things. I think through the brief details of what happened, the sort of the just the facts, ma'am version of the story. Just enough information to be able to kind of call the scene to mind. And then I think, what was going on me emotionally when that was happening? What feelings were I feeling? Was I feeling safe? Was I feeling uplifted? Was I feeling connected? And then I want to pay attention to what was going on physically in me. What was going on in me? Sometimes you just feel a sense of warmth going through your body, or you might feel your chest expand, or you might feel your shoulders relax whenever you have a moment of appreciation. So I'm piecing together the story. I'm looking at sort of just the facts that happened, looking at the emotions that were going on in me, looking at the physical sensations that I was feeling, And then I might even take time to think, and what did I do? How did I respond? And by causing all those little pieces of that to fire together in my mind, and usually it helps if I'm journaling this out or if I'm talking it out to someone else, it actually creates the movie and practically guarantees that I will remember that story forever. You see, before video cameras, we had cameras. Before cameras, we had books. But before books, we had stories. Stories are the video cameras that we had before we were even writing down. We were people who were telling stories. So I want to clear the way by kind of checking in with my own heart, but then I want to bring forth the fullness of that appreciation experience just inside my own heart and fully experience it.